Hello again team, Kris Rasmussen, Principal of Professionals Real Estate, and welcome along to another monthly update, this time for March 2017. So REINZ has just released their stats. I'm going to run over those shortly. That's for the February sales. Also this month, want to touch on WOMAD, our successful home sellers evening we had at the end of February. The amazing stories we're getting with our 3D imaging that we're doing. Unbelievable what's happening out there with that, which is fantastic. And also, I need your help. So we have our Child Cancer Foundation charity event that we've done for the last few years, raised nearly $100,000, and I need your help. So I'm going to talk about that at the end as well. So February 2017 sales stats. Like last month, I checked a random 10 sales, just to see that the real estate companies were putting in the new GVs, so when we have our price versus GV, that it's correct. The GVs were redone in November last year, so I'd hoped a few of them would have come through, but I did check up. Of the 10 that I checked, 5 still had the old GV. So I have sent an email to one of the principals because there seemed to be a repetitive thing there, just to try and get that up to date so we're giving you the true data. So hopefully that will happen. I thought, well, I better just check Bell Block as well. And of the 5 that I checked out there, 2 of them had the old GV. So I'll still give you the percentage above GV, but it's not 100% correct. So just keep that in your mind. Month on month though, you know, those are the actual sale prices. That doesn't change, so that works out okay. So New Plymouth City, we had 103 sales in February, so cracked the 100 mark, compared with 70 in January, is pretty good. So good increase in sales, just really showing we're coming out of that holiday season, so probably a little bit of catch up. When you compare with February 2016, so the same time a year ago, there were 82 sales then, so certainly moving. Median sale price for February in the city was 420,000, so that's up on January where it was slightly under 400 at 391. Percentage above GV, which like I said is slightly incorrect going on my spot checks, but that's calculated at 20% above. I believe if all the GVs were correct, that would be considerably lower, so just keep that in mind when you're doing your calculations there at home. Median days to sell was 38, so that's slightly down on the month before where it was 41. Bell Block, they had 12 sales in February, which is up on January where there was 10. Median sale price was well down on the month before, so it was 399,500, so just kind of coming back into line. If you remember, the month before was crazy, it was like 647,000, so it was really up there. So it again proves what I always say, don't just take one month as gospel. You know, we need to look at a number of months to see what we can do and work out the sale of your home. The percentage above GV out there was calculated at 19%, so still keeping in mind the old GV is being used out there a little bit as well. Median days to sell in Bell Block was 16, so definitely very quick, and that's down on the last month for them too. Taranaki, median was slightly down on the month before at 340,000, but to counter this, the sales volume was up against January, 36%, with 205 properties sold throughout the region. So again, just getting out of that holiday period. Auckland, so like I've advised the last couple of months, I like to keep an eye on Auckland. We normally follow, albeit kind of 4 to 6 months later, but the Auckland median sale price cooled ever so slightly again. It was now down to 800, where last month was 805. So although it's the number of sales I'm more interested in. Now remember in January, Auckland had about 1,250 sales, and we have to think of the downturn with the holiday season. It was pleasing to see that in February, sales volume increased to 1,661. But I did compare that against February 2016, where there were nearly 2,000 sales, so about 1,900. 2,000, so it was pretty close, or had increased, I suppose, from the year on year. The commentary out of Auckland is there's more stock on the market, but auction sales have definitely dropped. So I'll continue to keep a close eye on Auckland because, like I said, we do kind of follow it 4 to 6 months behind. Nationally, so all of New Zealand, the national median sale price is still down from the record sale price of $520,000, which was in December 2016, and was recorded in February at $495,000. Number of sales throughout the country had increased, but as expected from coming out of that holiday season, they were up 45% on January, so there was 6,253 sales throughout the country, so good numbers there. So those are the stats. End of February we ran our home sellers evening, had a great result there. Lots of people came along. It was one for the sellers, not the first home buyers, because we know if we get the process right, the proceeds will come. So we had lawyers, home stager, interior designer, mortgage broker, and then the marketing side of it we covered off as well. So we'll be probably running another one of those more springtime, September-ish, so keep an eye out for that if you are looking at selling in the next kind of year, 18 months. The province, look, we just had Americana. The weather played ball, which was fantastic. We've got WOMAD coming up, and the weather's going to play ball again. So although our summer has been one that we'd like to forget when people are coming into town, and these are good things for our province, the weather's playing ball, so it's nice to see. 3D imaging that we're doing, look, it's working really fantastically. I've got a couple of really good stories, I suppose, around it now, some case studies. But what happens when people buy their home is that they normally have someone that's quite influential that helps them out, and that person that's influential in their decision making isn't always in New Plymouth. They might be either in the country or overseas. So we've had a couple lately where people have come to have a look at a home. They're influenced by somebody to help them with the purchase. Those people aren't in New Plymouth, so that other people have had a look outside of New Plymouth and given them the thumbs up to go ahead. So great news for our vendors, and something that we're pretty proud to be able to do throughout our company to make sure everybody has that opportunity. So really need to get on that. One other thing, I mean, I had a customer or client that advised, well, that's not probably what they would do, and you know, wasn't going to work for them. So we had a discussion around, although that they may not use the 3D imaging that much, their buyer may. So where they were a little bit older, the buyers that we were kind of gunning for, so our target market is more of that first home buyer range, and they would really enjoy it. So once we had a discussion around that and they understood that, they were the first to say, hey, let's get into that 3D imaging. Had great success for them as well, so that was really cool. The other thing is our CCF event, or child cancer. We do it every year. You may recognise the colour scheme in regards to this. We're doing another one on Friday the 21st of April 2017 at the Mayfair again. It's a cocktails, canopies and auction, or charity auction. We do no reserve auctions, and we just basically have a lot of fun. But right now what I'm looking for is things to auction off. So if anybody you know, family, friends, a business owner, can donate something for us to either auction, spot prize, or silent auction, then get hold of myself or anyone in my team, so we can get hold of them and try and make some really good money for the child cancer. What we do pride ourselves on is the money that we raise here stays with our local branch in child cancer. So look after the locals. I'm a big fan of that. Give us a call and let's see what we can do. So look, that's it for me this month. If you need anything in regards to real estate, feel free to call myself or my team. And until next month, I'll see you then. Cheers.